Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft on the Minecraft server with a Y. I am Atyrum, and in today's episode, I have two pieces of good news and one piece of bad news that kind of outweighs the other two. So let's start with the good news. Good news is, I think if you can see it right here, somewhere, we actually updated the server finally to 1.10, which is awesome, and I'm definitely planning on checking out some of the features of that in a future episode, possibly next episode or the one after that, because there's some cool stuff out there. Literally, I mean, because there's polar bears in the cold biomes. And before we hop through here, since last episode, if you remember, I was pushed off the end platform by a silverfish, and I lost all my good tools and such. So I did manage to remake all my tools, and they're actually better than before. Finally got an infinity bow, which is nice, and got some new armor. Don't have feather falling on the boots just yet, but all the other stuff's pretty decent. Still have to do some work on it. Hopefully once we get an end farm set up, which I may or may not do because I've never done one before, but yeah, I might give it a shot. But anyway, so I do have all my tools and stuff back since last time. Killing the Ender Dragon, getting the experience from that definitely helped in rebuilding my stuff. Anyways, on to the bad news, which we will see once we hop through the portal here and once the world loads in. Yeah, as you can see, my house is kind of destroyed. I was AFKing in my zombie spawner down here. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. In my zombie spawner down here, and I AFK'd all day. I was out doing other stuff while I was AFKing there, trying to get experience to build up my tools again. I came to the surface and I saw this. And honestly, I mean, let's go back a little bit. The first time I ever played on a multiplayer Minecraft server, I only played for about 2 hours, and I was down mining after I had built a nice little house on the shore, and I looked up and I saw a guy pouring lava down on my head, and as soon as I blocked that off and got back up there, I realized he had blown up my house with TNT. So when I saw this, my first thought was, oh, somebody blew up my house with TNT, and also this auto jump is getting kind of annoying. I really don't like it. How do we turn that off? Auto jump off. Okay, let's not do that. That was a new feature of 1.10. I'm not really a fan. I'd rather be able to control when I jump. But yeah, my first thought was TNT. It looked kind of like TNT blew up my house, and I was like, holy crap, who would blow up my house? The only person on was Eagle, and he has no reason to blow up my house, honestly. I mean, he's one of the only other active members on the server. There's no reason for him to come blow up my house. We're on friendly terms and everything. I mean, yeah. So, and I know he was busy working on his on the town hall too. So I was like, okay, well, nobody else was on, so how did it get blown up? My other thought was that it was a supercharged creeper, because I thought, oh, well, a creeper could have gotten in here and blown up. I didn't think Eagle had caused the supercharged creeper to blow up, because I knew he would probably tell me if he did. But I had a feeling that maybe through some coincidence of damage that like a skeleton had shot it and ended up blowing up or something like that. I think I've seen that happen before, or maybe the damage was caused by me. I don't know, something like that. But so I thought it was a supercharged creeper, but at the same time, I feel like this explosion looks too big for even a supercharged creeper. So I posted in the Skype chat, and I think Keybon mentioned that it could have been lightning. And looking at it again, you'll notice that the entire stone roof is still intact, while all this stuff in here is gone. So yeah, I think it was probably lightning. Or it was fire of some kind, which almost certainly was lightning, because I did not have a chance to, as you'll see over here, ever put any actual fire in my fireplace. So it was not the fireplace that burned down the house. It was likely lightning. It does seem weird that lightning hit my house because I do have a stone roof. I'm not sure if there was some piece of exposed wood that it ended up hitting or something like that, or if it just like landed next to my house and started burning it down. I can't quite figure out where in the house the fire started, but yeah, so this is terrible. I mean, I was planning on coming back and finishing up the house. I still had to finish the upstairs, which is now completely gone. And I was pretty happy with the interior of the house. The exterior was kind of bland, but I mean, this is probably one of the better interiors I've done, and I was pretty happy with it. So it's kind of sad to see it go. But I mean, at the same time, I have been moving towards building a lot more at spawn. So I don't know. I guess it's time to move on from this house. I may come back and work on rebuilding it at some point. But right now, I just don't feel that motivation. I mean, after spending all that time building it, and then just to have it destroyed like that, through no fault of my own, honestly. I mean, that's one of the problems I have with something like this happening, is that in video games, especially like stuff like Minecraft, I mean, most things that happen that are bad happen because you did something wrong. Say you walked out of your house and things weren't lit up properly, and there's a creeper there. You weren't able to kill him in time. Well, hey, part of your house got blown up. Or, I don't know, I mean, I guess Endermen are kind of not really your fault. I mean, they just kind of wander around, and they can teleport into lit areas and take blocks, but they don't take player-placed blocks, I don't think, anymore. So that's not so bad. But lightning, what am I being punished for in the game when my house gets burned down by lightning? Is it just because I built out of wood? Should I not build out of wood anymore? Is that it? I mean, I don't know. It just seems kind of ridiculous. So, yeah. I'm going to be leaving the house as is. I'm not going to destroy it. I'm not going to rebuild it at this point in time. I am going to move everything important out of here. I haven't managed to do all of that yet. I grabbed a couple things. I still have to move the enchanting table and my brewing setup from downstairs to a location in spawn. But I'm probably going to wait until I have a more permanent place to put it over at spawn. I want to build a more permanent house rather than the basement of the chicken shop because I feel like I wanted to have somewhere more permanent to place it so I don't have to like keep digging it up over and over again. Although I do have a silk touch axe, so I don't have to rebuild my bookcases every time I move them, which is nice. But yeah, it does kind of suck that my house burned down, but hey, I'll move on from it. I think it's definitely time to start doing more work at spawn and building a more permanent house there. If my house was closer to spawn, I'm actually kind of glad we had the biome rules we did at the start, where we all had to build in different biomes. Because if I built this house at spawn, then and it had burned down then, I would have felt more obligated to either remove it or rebuild it, because it would be kind of an eyesore. But it's all the way out here. There's nothing else really out here, so nobody's really going to see it. I might block up my portal for now, just because nobody needs to come over here and see the house, because it's kind of in disarray right now. But if it was in spawn and we were actually actively working over there, then I would probably put effort into either getting rid of it completely or rebuilding it. But right here, I mean, nobody really cares. Nobody comes out here that often, I don't think. I mean, the only thing of note out here is my zombie spawner. We have plenty of spawners over at spawn, so I still use the zombie spawner over here for myself, but might work on converting one of the other spawners, like a skeleton spawner or something, that spawn over to an XP farm, or I might start an ender farm at some point, and then there really won't be any reason to come back over here again. So yeah, gotta be a short episode because I just wanted to show what happens to my house. I do have some stuff to show off over at spawn that I've been working on, but I'll do that next episode, which will probably be coming out this weekend as well. It might come out tomorrow, possibly. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, definitely sad that my house burned down, and yeah, so I guess I'll see you guys in the next video, in which we'll take a look at what I've been building at spawn, and probably take a look at Eagle's Town Hall too, as that's the other major feature going on at spawn right now. So yeah, you can expect that probably tomorrow or maybe the next day. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next episode, and hopefully we'll have some better news then. See ya.